Schematics, the solution to your mathematics.
set. And so we're going to consider certain important things because it's necessary for us to deal with this question before we move on to the senior level of sets. So the question tells us that if P and Q and R are subsets of the universal set U, where U is equal to prime numbers less than 20, and P, which is equal to the set where x is less than or equal to, sorry, x is greater than or equal to 1 and less than or equal to 10. Okay, x is greater than or equal to 1 and less than or equal to 10. Okay, yes, so that's how we pronounce it. Now we have q here, the set q, and that's equal to a set where x, set containing x, such that x is greater than 5. Okay, so x is greater than 5, and R equals a set where x is such that x is less than 7. So the values of R are all less than 7. The elements of R are all less than 7, and the elements of Q are all greater than 5. Okay, right. And remember that all these sets that you see here are all subsets of the universal set. But when we say subset, what do you actually mean? The word set means small. So the combination of these two words, subset means small set. And the question is telling us that these set that you see, that's P, Q, and R, are small set of the universal set. That means that the universal set is the mother, and the P, Q, and R are the children of the universal set. It also means that P, Q, and R, the elements of P, Q, and R, are all found in the universal set. I hope you understand that. Now, the question says that find A, which is AI, number of elements in P, complement intersection R, complement, and then II, number of elements in P intersection Q, complement, or into bracket, complement. So let's go straight ahead and solve discussion. Solution. Okay. Now, it's important for us to list the elements of the universal set. We do they are all prime numbers less than 20, and these are the prime numbers that you see that are less than 20, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. The next thing for us to list is to list a set of P, and that's what we've done here. The elements of P are 2. Recall that even though it's said here that P contains the element where x is greater than or equal to 1 and less than or equal to 10, do remember that earlier statements said these are all subsets of the universal set. So all these sets, their elements are found in the universal set. So the values or the elements of P are elements or are numbers that are less than or equal to 10. So these are the elements of P, as you see on your screen there. The Q, we've been told that Q is equal to x is such that x is greater than 5. And so x being greater than 5, then what are the elements that are greater than 5 that are in a universal set? And that's 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. The next thing we have is we consider finding the element of R, which is the numbers are less than 7. Okay, so that's 2, 3, and 5. Then we move on to finding the P complement because it's necessary for us to find that. The question is demanding us to find these. It's important for us to find that. So P complement is equal to the set of what? Now when we talk about P complement, what it means that complement of P means that elements that are not in P. You see, the elements that are not in P but are in the universal set. And what are the elements that are not in P but can be found in the universal set? So if we consider these elements here, you notice that they are in P. That's the whole element of P. The rest of them are not in P, are 11, 13, 17, and 19, and that's what we've written there. The next to find is R complement, and which also means that what are the elements that are not in R but that can be found in a universal set. So we know that these elements here or numbers here are the element of the set R. So the ones that cannot be found in R are 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19, and that's what we've written there. The next thing for us to find is Q complement, and that's equal to, now which also means elements that are not in Q but can be found in a universal set. And what are they? And that's 2, 3, and 5. That's what we've written there. So we go straight ahead to find what the question is demanding us to find here. Now we have P complement intersection R complement. You can just move straight forward. We can jump and then start to find the number of elements in P complement intersection R complement. The first thing we need to find is to find P complement intersection R complement. Find the set or its element, the elements contains first before we can find the number of elements in them. So in considering this, we just have to compare P complement and R complement. What are the common things that's between them? And that's 11, 13, 17, and 19, and that's what we've written there. So the next thing is, that's straightforward. We want to find the number of elements in P complement intersection R complement, and that's 4. Because if you count the number of elements in this set, and that's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and that's what we've written there. The next thing for us to find is we've been told to find the number of elements in P intersection Q complement, or in brackets complement. Okay, and so for us to find it, we need to find the set. Okay, the set of these first before finding the number of elements in this. So it's important for us to find this first. So we find, we go through this step by step. So we find P intersection Q complement, and that's what we have here. And so in comparing, so we have P here intersection Q complement. What's the common element between P and Q complement here? And that's 2, 3, and 5. That's what we see here, common there. So then that's what we've written here. The next thing for us to find is to find the complement of this whole set here. So the complement, which is elements that are not in this set but are in the universal set. Those are those elements that 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19, and that's what we found or written there. So the next thing for us is we can go ahead and count the number of elements in this set, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so we can then conclude by saying the number of elements in P intersection Q complement or complement is equal to 5, because that's the number of elements in the set. And we've come to the conclusion of today's video. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you very much.